Okay, here we go. Hey guys, so I have my client on the table that we just did some scraping technique. Scraping is a technique you can use a tool to work on the fascia. Fascia is a web-like material over our muscles. It's a protective layer that sometimes will form a cast, tighten the muscle, pull in different areas, causing restriction. So why don't you tell the guys what you're feeling, where you were coming in with pain at?
A lot in lower back area.
A lot of pain in the low back area.
Thoracic.
And thoracic. So as you can see, this pigmentation right here is really, really pretty. Lots of circulation here. I barely had to do any work. And after about 5-10 minutes of working right here versus the 2-3 minutes here, you can see the coloration is different. It uses a lot of his upper body between baseball and lessons and running and training. So even though he was feeling the pain here, as you can see, he's not getting a lot of circulation with the fascia into his muscles in his lower body. So as we started talking, I figured out that it's actually his hip flexors. Hip flexors start in our hips, into our last rib. They even wrap all the way up into our diaphragm. They wrap around our psoas muscle, your QL. Your QL is your large back muscles back here. And being a runner, flat foot, that is something that is to be thought about and implemented into our training, working your hip flexors, stretching your hip flexors. So I'm going to kind of show you what scraping does. It sounds scary. It's not. It looks scary. It's not. It's just initially stretching out that fascia so we can get a little deeper in. I can tell because I'm a massage therapist, but this side, after working for 5-10 minutes, all of the inflammation is almost immediately gone. This side is still swollen just a little bit, and this is where he came in saying he had a lot of pain. So we're going to stabilize the sacrum and kind of pull back that surface area, work towards the heart. You only want to do little section area at a time. Stabilize, pull. Definitely not a lot of pressure. I didn't have my tools with me today, so I am just using a spoon. You can use a spoon from your house. Metal is preferred. We're just going to warm up this tissue all the way up into his traps. Work through, so you can already see a coloration difference, and I gave the same amount of suction, same pressure all the way up, and as you can see, it's right here in his low back area, basically his QL, psoas, and hip flexor area that is not getting enough attention. All the way up, fascia looks good, into his traps is still not a lot of circulation, which makes total sense because we overwork and use. So we're going to check into his lat, teres area, or in layman's terms, his scapula. So as you can see, really nice. He does a great job about doing some mobility, stretches, before and after training, knowing that he uses his upper body a lot. So he does train athletes for hitting. And so when we're in this movement, that trunk torso area is moving, or rather the first part of our body that is initiated are hip flexors. So I give this just the same amount of time as I did here. And as you can see, this got just a little bit of color. Down here, we're still not seeing very much, still lots of inflammation. So I'm going to finish up with him, but I just wanted to show this quick video about scraping. The benefits of scraping, really easy, quick technique to work in on that fascia, take away inflammation, work deeper into that muscle area. But also to show you guys the importance of working our hip flexors, that sometimes our hip flexors are the most overworked, underappreciated muscle of our body. We use it in so many different areas of our life, from sitting, walking, movements like hitting, and we get to this point where we're feeling it in different areas, but actually on the other side is the actual issue, our hip flexors. So if you have more questions about how to train or stretch your hip flexors, if you're interested in scraping techniques or a massage, contact me, Resilience Training, or email me at rtgym10@gmail.com. Thanks, guys. I have no idea how that was. I feel like a fumble.